think for me, a reimagined church would be where there is a church with more accountability. I think where there's a smaller gap between leaders and churchgoers, and kind of a better of a playing field where people have access to leaders. There's information available. There's accountability, and I think there needs to be space for the tussle. I think we do a lot of things good in church, but one thing we don't do well is conflict. We just avoid conflict. And I kind of feel like that's what we're trying to do right now. Like, we want to say, okay, we recognize that there are people that are not going to church anymore, so let's now bring them back into church. Let's change things. But I think we need to spend some time in the pain, in the hurt. We need to spend some time in rebuilding what has been broken down, because things have been broken down, where people are like, I don't want to go back there. We need to rebuild. And so rebuilding, before we rebuild, we need a blueprint. We need a plan, right? We need to figure out what's the lay of the land. And now that it's changed, how are we going to move forward? And that takes time. And I don't know if we're willing to take that time, but I think we need time. I think we need time to heal. We need time to regroup. And this isn't a race, like, this life is so short, but recreating this imagined church is not a race. Yeah. I think the process is so much more important than the destination. And so healing, rebuilding community, building each other back up is so much more important than where we'll be going.